guys, it's Cassie. Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing the sweat challenge. My first video, my upper body one in this series, explains what the sweat challenge is. I'll link it up here or down below. It's through an app called Sweat. I'm doing the Power at Home Challenge Me Challenge. We are on week 1 and I just completed the high intensity blast, which you guys will be watching here soon. It is different than the other 2 workouts I've posted because one, it is a little shorter. It says the time frame for it is around 25 to 35 minutes, while the other 2 I've uploaded were around 35 to 45, so it's a little shorter. And basically, instead of doing like supersets and stuff like that, we were doing Tabatas. I may be pronouncing that wrong. Basically, it's just doing an exercise for 20 seconds, as many as you can with good form in those 20 seconds, and then resting for 10, on for 20, rest 10, etc. for 6 laps, and then moving on to the next exercise and doing that. And you get a little bit of rest time between each set of the exercises. So just completed that. It was pretty good and I'm pretty sweaty now. So yeah, enjoy all my weird dancing throughout it. It is Friday and I just got done with work, so I'm pumped for the weekend, even though it's quarantine, so like can't really go anywhere, but so excited to be off of work for a little bit. Anywho, I'm rambling now. Please enjoy the workout, try it out, and yeah, let's get into it.
We are beginning with 3 minutes of cardio. Then we will do some movement exercises in order to get our muscles warmed up and our blood pumping. I decided to dance around my basement and chase my dog for part of my cardio. And yes, my dancing is amazing. I finished up the cardio on my bike. Always be sure to stretch before and after your workout so that you are less likely to injure yourself and so that you aren't as sore. So I googled it and apparently it's Tabata, not Tabata, so my bad. First up are jumping jacks. Start with your arms down by your sides and your feet together. Jump your feet out so that they are farther than shoulder width apart. At the same time, lift your arms out and up until they are straight above your head. Next, lower your arms and jump your legs back together until you're in your starting position. Continue and repeat for the rest of the time. Our next workout is push-ups. Place your hands slightly farther than shoulder width apart on the ground and your feet together on the ground. Bend your elbows to lower your body towards the ground until your arms form 90-degree angles. While doing this, be sure to squeeze your core in order to really feel the effects of the workout and make sure your body stays parallel to the ground. Push your arms straight in order to lift your body back into the starting position and repeat from there. Be sure not to arch your back or have your butt too high up in the air. Just try to keep a nice straight line with your body. Next up are bent leg jackknives. You can do this while holding a weight in your hands or with no weight. Either way is great. Start by laying on the ground with your arms straight above your head on the ground. Straighten your legs and lift them slightly off the ground. Squeeze your core. Bend your legs towards your chest and bring your arms forward and towards your legs. Slowly lift your head and shoulder blades off the ground while you are lifting your arms. Slowly lower your arms and legs back to the starting position. Make sure your legs do not touch the floor. Repeat for the rest of the time. The next exercise is bear crawls. Start on all fours with your knees lifted slightly off the floor. Step forward with your left arm and your right leg while keeping your arms straight and your knees at a 90-degree angle. Then step forward with your right arm and your left leg. Continue stepping forward. If you are in a smaller space and run out of room, then step backwards with your left arm and your right leg. Then step backwards with your right arm and your left leg. Continue until you're where you started. Be sure to keep your back and butt in line and as flat as possible, keeping them parallel to the ground while you're crawling. Alternate and repeat for the rest of the time. Our next exercise is glute bridge. You can do this using a resistance band or not. Either way is totally fine. Start by laying on your back with your legs bent, your feet hip width apart, and your spine in a neutral position. Lay your arms on either side of you on the floor. Press your heels into the floor, squeeze your butt, and raise your hips up off the floor until your body is in a straight line from chin to knees, keeping your shoulders on the floor. Be sure to squeeze and tuck your butt under slightly and don't arch your back. Lower your back down to the floor slowly until your hips touch the ground. Repeat for the rest of the time. Our next exercise are Russian twists. You can do this holding a weight or with no weight. Either one is great. Sit on the ground with your hands together in front of your chest. Lean back slightly so that your abs are engaged and you are balancing on your tailbone, aka your butt bone. Bend your legs. Keep your feet together. If you are a beginner, leave your feet on the ground. If you're wanting to push yourself a little, then place your feet up on something that is lifted off the floor a little. If you've been working out for a while or you really want to push yourself, then lift your feet off the ground, as I am doing. Keep your legs as still as you can and twist your torso to the right side, or just twist as far as you can, or twist until your weight touches the ground. Untwist so you're at your starting position. Repeat this movement on your left side. Alternate sides and repeat for the rest of the time. Next up are commandos. I used to struggle so much with these, but with time and practice you will get better, and I still honestly struggle with them at times. Basically, start in a push-up position, then bring one of your forearms down to the ground, then bring your other forearm down to the ground until you are in a plank position. Be sure to keep your core tight and parallel with the ground. It shouldn't rock from side to side, bend, or arch while doing this. Again, keep your butt in line with the rest of your body and not sticking up. Next, place one of your hands on the ground, then the other in order to push yourself up into the push-up position. Alternate between arms for the rest of the time. All right, and our last exercise is double pulse squats. You can do this with or without a resistance band. I chose to do it with one, but that is totally not necessary. Begin by standing with your feet shoulder width apart. Bend your knees and hips in order to squat down until your upper legs are parallel with the floor, making sure that your knees don't go past your toes and that your back remains within a 45 to 90 degree angle to your hips. My chest is a little too far forward when I squat, which I am working on. Next, do a pulse by beginning to straighten your legs, then returning back down to the squat position. Then straighten your legs fully to return to the starting position. When you do this, make sure your weight is in your heels. Your toes should be able to lift off of the ground easily. Also, be sure to squeeze your butt while standing up in order to fully feel the exercise. All right, and we are all done with our workout for today. Now we're just going to stretch it out. It says optional, but I highly recommend always stretching at the end of your exercise in order to decrease the chance of injury and to decrease your soreness.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. I had a lot of fun, as you could tell by my dancing. TGIF, am I right? So if you tried that workout out, please let me know down below. I would love to hear all about it. I know it was a pretty good one for me. I'm nice and sweaty and I'm still a little sore from the other days. So it was a nice little balance where it was high intensity, but it wasn't super duper strenuous for me. There were some exercises where I chose to do a more advanced version, even if it wasn't shown in the app. And you can follow along with me and add the weights or the glute bands or whatever, but you totally do not need any equipment for this. So no worries. Let me know if you try it out. Let me know if you are doing the sweat challenge. I would love to hear which one you're doing, how you like it, and we can push each other. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe down below and turn on the bell notification so that you can be notified every single time I post a video. I will be continuing to post workout videos as well as some super easy healthy cooking videos, meal prep videos, sustainability videos, overall just like healthy lifestyle videos. I'm all about making sure that you are the healthiest, happiest person you can be, especially when it comes to mental health. I know I work out the majority for mental health, also for my physical health, but mostly for my mental health because it definitely helps to pump those endorphins up, especially during these really trying times in life. So I can go on and on about this forever, so I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Share it with a friend, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video.